I will present my project, the DJ booth, the plot 20 at the plot 20 plus model. The fragment, like a miniature work of art, has to be entirely isolated from the surrounding world and to be complete in itself like a porcupine. The porcupine does not withdraw from the world, it moves through it, spined, alert, fully present, while making one thing absolutely clear. Proximity is not the same as merger. Same as the model that explores the idea of attachment without fusion. In traditional architectural thinking, attachment often implies that separate elements merge into a single unified structure. However, such fusion will eliminate the autonomy of the fragments. Following Friedrich Schlegel's concept of the fragment as a form that is complete in itself, each element in the model is treated as an independent entity. The fragments are capable of existing on their own while still participating in a system of relationships. Fragmentation acts as a generative strategy. Autonomous red fragments relate through contact and alignment without merging, while the white volumes anchor them. An absent wall is implied but unresolved, producing spatial conditions of tension, separation, and void rather than unity. The model looks attached because of the tension between the red and the white color, but the void between them did the fusion between the two elements. In the site visit, the Arida building reveals fragmentation as an experiential condition. The city is perceived as overlapping layers of stillness and movement, enclosure and openness. This tension breaks the idea of coherent wall, producing a fragmented urban experience shaped by a contrast, interpretation, and shifting spatial atmospheres. In the site visit also, the spatial issue appeared mostly in the Arida building because there is a difficulty in achieving a coherent wall due to site constraint. The ground is not stable or continuous, and the building lacks of clear primary identity. The tracing papers explain the traffic, the wind speed, the temperature, and the fauna and the flora in the Sanaya area in all of the year seasons. Some of the flowers does not exist anymore in the Sanaya area, like the Defle flower, because they were removed after war. The sectional walk drawings shows the Arida building, the Najjar building, and the villa building from different angles, and the garden with the mosque. For the plot 20 plus model, I'm gonna start by the spatial hypothesis. The site should be organized as autonomous planar fragments that create space through gaps, overlaps, and alignment rather than enclosed rooms. These fragments guide movement, pauses, and thresholds where circulation is subtly directed and paused emerge in compressed voids, making movements induced rather than forced. Secondly, there is the volumetric hypothesis that helped with my model. The two volumetric systems in my model are formed by stacked fragments that never become solid building, creating incomplete vertical assemblance. With void as the dominant element, stability emerges through hidden structural logic. while order comes from proportions and alignment, resulting in architecture that feel organized yet unresolved, like the Plot 20 model. For the design hypothesis, the fragmentation in my model is used as a design strategy where elements remain autonomous but relate through proximity and alignment rather than merging. This creates a condition of controlled disjunction where separation, overlap, and adjacency coexist instead of forming enclosed spaces. Architecture is defined by voids, gaps, and relational distances, making space experiential and open-ended. The result is a dynamic system where tension between parts replaces unity as the main architectural quality. The Riji will be comfortable in his dwelling because of the flexibility and the voids for the fauna and flora. And finally, the model explores suspended fragmentation, where space is formed by independent elements rather than in a unified mass. Fragments remain autonomous but relate through separation, overlap, and alignment, creating tension-filled voids that actively shape movement and perception. Instead of a single form, space emerges through layered plans and shifting volumes, producing a sense of instability and hierarchy. Ultimately, the project treats fragmentation as a design strategy, where the whole is not fixed but formed through relationships between discrete parts.